Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Wednesday. Yesterday, we had highs in the 50s across the area, many spots in the mid to upper 50s, especially from Manhattan to the east. I think will be a little bit cooler today. We also had breezy conditions with gusts 25, 35 miles per hour for many spots on average. And with a even windier day today and a cooler day, it's going to be seasonal. This is where we should be for this time of year with low to mid 50s across the area and strong winds. Tonight, we do drop below freezing for pretty much everyone in northeast Kansas with areas in the low 30s, even upper 20s across the area. And we'll have a pretty good chance of a freeze early tomorrow morning across the area as well, and even cooler expected heading into Friday. So it gets even cooler over the course of the next couple days as we round out the work week with temperatures. As I mentioned, winds are going to be a factor today. West-northwest wind gusting up to 40 miles per hour possible. So that's going to be slightly below wind advisory criteria, but because we're going to be ushering in some drier air, that is going to increase that fire danger threat, of course, with the strong winds, but also because of how dry the air mass will be with the relative humidity values by this afternoon. So outdoor burning certainly not recommended just with the winds alone, but because of the dry conditions with the relative humidity values low. Now, because of the drier air moving in and the breezy conditions continuing, even though we do drop below freezing tonight for most spots, I think frost is going to have a hard time developing because of those breezy conditions. So don't have to worry about that if you park outside. And then not quite as windy Thursday. It's going to be very similar to yesterday with winds on Thursday with gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour, maybe up to 30 at times. Otherwise, the winds finally relax on Friday. That could also mean a higher probability of frost Friday morning. Otherwise, all the clouds and precipitation stay well off to our north and to our east, so lots of sunshine to round out the work week. We may get a little bit of cloud cover on Friday, although this model has this cloud free. Some models are indicating a few clouds at times, so I'll go mostly sunny instead of sunny as temperatures will start to warm back up again as we round out the work week on Friday in the low 50s after staying in the 40s tomorrow. And then for the weekend, it actually really isn't going to be too bad. There is some uncertainty on the extent of cloud cover, but confidence is high that we'll at least be in the 50s, maybe reaching the 60s, especially on Sunday, just because of the much warmer start. Notice that we start off below freezing again Saturday morning, but staying above freezing Sunday morning. And then there's a lot of uncertainty on next week's weather pattern, both in temperatures and precipitation. So I'm going to show you what to expect precipitation-wise, at least, with our two long-range models, keeping in mind that the Canadian model is also something that we look at as well, although I don't show it ever on these graphics. I just show the GFS and the European, but I will mention that the Canadian model is leaning more towards the European model. So just keep that in the back of your mind, especially temperature-wise, but I'm not showing that. I'm showing more precipitation. But here we go. Here's the European model. Not a whole lot through next Wednesday. You did see that I did have that snow chance Tuesday night and a Wednesday morning. There's not a whole lot of moisture with that, so let me go back. And then leading to Thursday and Friday, past Wednesday, again, not a whole lot of precipitation. It is showing maybe a trace to 1 inch across the area through next Wednesday and staying that way through Friday. So you can see across the region, not much as far as impacts are concerned for any traveling for Thanksgiving. Now the GFS, keeping in mind that this is the outlier compared to the European and the Canadian model, showing a lot heavier rainfall, especially along and south of I-70 and also north central Kansas through next Wednesday, and then adding a little bit more onto that for Thursday and Friday. So that will result in higher snowfall totals, especially south of I-70. Again, an outlier. This is a computer model. This is not a forecast. Keep that in mind. There's a long ways out that this could certainly change, but it is certainly something that we'll keep an eye on. So let's take a look at the holiday travel, and this is based off of the European, which I'm leaning more towards at this time. Is that subject to change? Yes, but Monday, dealing with some snow out towards the Rockies and a little bit of that rain-snow mix towards the Rockies and also here in eastern Kansas Tuesday afternoon. And then for Wednesday, the big travel day for many of you, there's not a whole lot of activity. The Northwest is going to be the most impactful with that rain-snow mix. And then on Thanksgiving itself, the Northwest continues to be the biggest factor as far as potential impacts, and a little bit in the California region there with that rain-snow mix in the mountains. So definitely something that we'll continue to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, here's a look at our extended outlook. So we had the probability of below normal temperatures and above average precipitation chances in the 6 to 10 day outlook. And you can see what the other extended outlooks are showing as well. The biggest concern, at least here in the short term, is the strong winds and the elevated fire danger concern today. And then a chilly day tomorrow, still breezy, so it's going to feel uncomfortable, but at least we have the sun, and not bad for Friday through the weekend. And then, of course, next week, there's a lot that could change on a daily basis as we continue to fine-tune that part of the forecast in the extended range. So all in all, just get ready for a little bit more fall to winter-like weather pattern over the next couple of days, especially as those temperatures drop to below freezing for many spots for the first time this month. Yeah, it's been a while. So we're going to have a lot more widespread sub-freezing temperatures for the remainder of the week. Have a great day.